Welcome to day 7 of my 30-day backpacking adventure. Today I am in Horseshoe Meadows and my plan is to pack up and hitch a ride into Lone Pine because I need to power up all my electronics. I need to call my husband and let him know I'm alive and well, and I need to get to the gear store and solve some of my gear issues, and then I need to figure out how to get in touch with Charlotte and Denise, who I am meeting and who also have my resupply, and we're going to be hiking together for at least the next week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with them, honestly, but it'll be at least the next week, maybe the next 2 weeks, and then after that I think they have to go a little faster because they're trying to do the whole GMT. So in preparation for this, I've cleaned up as much as possible. I mean, I even picked the dirt out of my nails there. There's still dirt. It's, you know, it's gonna take like a day in a tub and a scrub brush to get all this dirt out, but I look better than before. And then I'm also repacking my pack so that it looks a little less hobo. I tend to have the hobo hiker look because this pack is so old and it doesn't have pretty much any of the outside pockets I need, so I end up hanging stuff on the outside of the pack, which looks really like, you know, Bug's Life, the little main character there who was really inventive and had all this stuff and he hung it on his pack. Well, that's totally me, although maybe I'm not quite as inventive. Anyway, so I'm packing it up to look a little less hobo so that it'll be easier to get a ride into town, and just putting everything I need to charge all my electronics up in my my front bag that I carry and hide pretty much everything else. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and hopefully I will find Charlotte and my resupply and we'll hook up today. Check it out, all packed for town. My little gear setup has never looked so svelte. So I just got a message from the hubby on the Delorme that he was able to text Charla last night, and they made it to Mammoth at the time he caught them, and they were trying to make it to Lone Pine by last night, but they didn't think they'd make it up here, so maybe they stayed in a hotel room or whatever. So I'm walking along the road to an intersection where supposedly you can get a hitch, or you have a better chance of getting a hitch. So I'm gonna go there and put the thumb out, smile, try to not look like a psycho killer. Maybe someone will take me to the town. These nice people in a Subaru pulled over and said that they had to like go drop off some stuff and do an errand, and that if I was still on the road they'd come get me. Well, their friends just drove by and said, hey, the Subaru is right behind us, so I'm hoping the Subaru is going to come by soon and give me a ride. They were super nice people.
Because I was worried about our plan was to get back to the portal that same day.
The most I've ever done is 13 and a half, maybe it was 14.
Yeah, that's a lot. Well, you know,
when I was young.
Yeah, well, even, you know, carrying a pack, I mean, all that weight's on your knees and your ankles and your shoulders.
So I just had a fantastic day in Lone Pine. I basically went to the gear store, got some of my problems fixed. They babysat my pack for the entire day, which was awesome. I started charging there. I went down the street to the Whitney Hostel. They sold showers for $7 a pop, so I totally had a shower. Too bad I had to get back in my grubby clothes, but I feel 1000% better anyway. And then I went down to the Alhambra Hills Cafe, which was really recommended for a good lunch, but it was really popular. People were waiting in line. So I went to the Mount Whitney restaurant, Best Burgers in Town Place instead, which was also highly recommended. It was great. I was able to sit next to an outlet, and my USB charger with the 4 slots and the long cord, which is so flippin' heavy to lug around, totally paid off. Because I think if I hadn't had that, if I had to charge one thing at a time, I'd be sitting there for like days. So got everything charged up, had a salad with grilled chicken and a beer and then another beer and a coffee. So it was fantastic to have some real food, and went to the market and got my barbecue corn chips and a new Smart Water bottle because the old one I basically scavenged. It was somebody else's bottle from Kennedy Meadows that didn't look as beat up as all the other bottles. So, you know, I washed it, but I don't think I caught any diseases from it, but I'm happy to have a fresh new bottle. So I'm standing here on the corner of Mount Whitney and the highway, and I'm going to stick out the thumb and hopefully get a ride back to camp where Charlotte and Denise are already settling in. So I feel great. There's nothing like coming into town, getting all your stuff done, and then heading back. Oh, and by the way, my sleeping bag problem, I ordered a sleeping bag on Amazon. I'm having it shipped to Independence, which is my next resupply. Not guaranteed that it will arrive in time. It's supposed to arrive like the day before I get there, but you know how things go, so I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I get a new bag, and hopefully it works. So, all right, here we go again.
Stop?
No, don't stop. It's video. I need movement. Movement keeps it interesting. I'm just doing a video about my trip. That's the edge of the world right there. I've seen it. There's our little camp. Night before we leave. So I'm back at Horseshoe Meadows. I finally met up with Charlotte and Denise. Denise is super nice, and it was great to see Charlotte again. So I think we're going to have a fantastic trip. I had a wonderful day in Lone Pine. It's a great little town where, if you need a resupply. The outfitter there, Whitney Portal, the manager there was so awesome about helping me solve all my little gear issues. I got some better support for my feet, a better hinging system for my Sawyer, and a bunch of other stuff I was able to take care of. And they let me store my pack in their little side yard all day long while I did my other errands around town. So big shout out to those folks. They were great. All my errands done. Stood on the corner of Whitney Portal for, I don't know, it was like 5 minutes, maybe 7. And this really cool guy, Mike, came and picked me up. He's a trail angel. He shuttles people around all the time. He's retired and he does it for fun. So it was great. We rode up the hill, we shared stories. I learned a lot about the local area, like that Disney built the road up to, up here to Horseshoe Meadows because he wanted to build a ski resort. And then I guess shortly after he got the road almost finished, the Wilderness Act was passed and he had to abandon the project. And then also I learned more about what looked like salt flats out on the valley floor, but it's actually a $2 billion dust mitigation project that Lone Pine had to sue the city of Los Angeles to get that implemented because the Owens Valley feeds almost all its water to Los Angeles, and it's always kind of a constant battle. They're trying to keep some of their water. Also, on the way down, I got a hitch from this really cool couple, Bob and Sharon from Sacramento. They were awesome. They took me down. We traded stories of hiking and the trail, and they knew about my hometown and all that. So thank you, Bob and Sharon, for that ride. It was great. And of course to Mike for that ride. And anyway, so yeah, it was a great day. And then I finally, as I was being dropped off, Charla saw me and she came over to say hi, so I finally hooked up with them. So a fantastic day in town, and tomorrow morning we're gonna set out early to get back on the trail. It's like a huge climb first thing in the morning, and I hear water is a little sketchy from some of the southbound hikers, so I'm gonna have a full load of food and I'm probably carrying extra water, so the pack's gonna be really heavy. And yeah, it's gonna be a big day tomorrow. There's a mosquito in my ear. Bye, Horseshoe Meadows. You've been awesome. Oh my God, this thing has been so worth the wait. Even the long cord, which I was kind of whining about before to myself. Come on, focus.